money more. Get them riches, you can pick like any money more. Coach, know you better put D-Lo in the game. You want to go.
Devil got it in it. Cybertruck tinted. Mention it.
Welcome, sport. Sports fans, thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here's Chicago. Here's Rose. Up and in on the layup.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
And here's Arenas outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here are the Bulls now. Rose, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Now here's Rose. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Alex Song.
I think the experience Paul George possesses is so valuable to his team. This guy is such a seasoned vet.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Outside Rose. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Rose. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Middleton. Takes the three. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago trailing. Now George. And taken away by Arenas. Jacks up a three. Smart misses. And here are the Bulls now.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
It's tipped.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. He gets that one.
This is where Sarr wants to be, right under the hoop, within easy reach of the basket.
Outside, George. Good on the shot. George has got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. .44 seconds left to play here in the first. There's the pick. Pass to Sarr. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. That's 10 points for Alex Sarr.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass. It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Washington making some changes. Right side Rose. It's hauled in by Baji.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Cool, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
The shot by George, no good. And even 3-on-3 break. And here is Poole. Over Rose. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
5 on the clock. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards leading by 7. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Wainwright. Off on the layup. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Wizards leading by 9. And here's Poole for 3. Oubre pulls it in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And finished off by Collins.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Latrey bangs home the trifecta. Poole's got the lead up to 10 now for Washington.
Well, we all know Poole considers himself a valuable three-point shooter. He will fire away indiscriminately. Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. A three off the inbound. And it's Wainwright with the rebound. Bulls trailed by 10. George with the ball. And Arenas picks him up defensively.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young, and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Wainwright. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And here's George for 3. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Arenas. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to Middleton. Outside Arenas. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. George. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. .46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Rose. Arenas grabs the miss. Wizards leading by 12. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Rose up on top. To the paint. Stolen by Middleton. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And slam dunk by Arenas.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. They get it again. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, power play by Andre Drummond. He has made a career out of stress testing the rims.
From deep, Arenas. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Washington enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pass to Rose. Right side George. No one near her as he lets it fly. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
In the corner, it's Arenas. They set the pick. Middleton on the way. And the layup's good off the glass. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And here's Herter outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. They've led by as many as 14 points. Sarr. Good. Nice job down low. That's 12 points for Alex Sarr.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. And there's the drive. Here's Buzelis. Back to George. Another shot. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Coulibaly, no good.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8", with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. And that's simply about feel, right? Derrick Rose in pick-and-roll situations has such a good feel for the right decision.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. Here's George. He takes it in. And George with the stuff.
Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
Outside Arenas. Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. Here's George. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Poole with it. 7 points in the game. To the inside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pass to George. Drummond, a screen. Inside. The kick out to Rose. Here's the screen. Going inside. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by George, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poole, no good. And it's Rose with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 10. Back to Herter. Bulls moving the ball around. George, no good. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
2nd personal foul. 1st team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Poole. The fadeaway sinks the three-pointer. Poole's got 10 points. And so it's the Washington Wizards. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the
Wizards, 52.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wizards leading by 13. Pass to Baji, and he jams it with authority.
You have to be able to read the game as that pick and roll unfolds. Jordan Poole decides the right decision, make the pass.
Here's Drummond. And it's Herter, top of the key. Wide open look. The offensive rebound. Oubre. And he makes good on the way.
Well, you can see Kelly Oubre Jr. just wants it more than everybody else. Such heart and desire.
And here's Poole for 3. Paul George grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Good work defensively by Bane. The drive by Poole. That one drops for him.
You see the speed at which Jordan Poole comes at you. He is coming downhill fast.
Good on the three-point shot. And the Wizards lead by 18. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intense. Washington leading now by 18. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Shots good by Baji.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kicks it out to Collins. Floats one, and it's blocked. Now Poole launches from deep. Buzelis grabs the board. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Poole. Looking to end the run. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done.
Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Rose in the post. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Down low. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Outside Arenas. And it's denied.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
And the Bulls making a change here. And Washington has possession. From deep, Arenas. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Wizards leading by 20. From downtown, Buzelis grabs the board. The 3 from George. Sinks the triple. George has got 20.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
They set the screen. And here's Arenas outside. And it's Rose with the ball for Chicago.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Washington.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Gilbert Arenas.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
From deep, Arenas. Arenas missing again. George with the ball. And Arenas picks him up defensively. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. From about 19 feet. And George gets it to go. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Arenas. And nothing is falling for him right now. And here are the Bulls now. It's a 13-point game. Here's George. And Sarr pulls it down. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead